let's start figuring out what's going on the table. So I'm going to take some more of my creepy cloth. Make sure I stretch it out to where it's pretty transparent here. And I'm going to just layer it almost like making a tablecloth out of it, kind of. Now I'm going to grab the cauldron. And we'll set that there. Obviously all these bones aren't staying in here for my little egg. So I'm going to purge some of these out. And then I've got those eyeballs. Green road eyeballs. I think they'll look decent. Kind of mixed in there. Pop it in there. I think just 2 is enough, actually. Now, I'll set my raven in place. That back here. This guy, remember, so I can put it by the other raven. And then I have the tarot readings. And I'm going to lay that down because I actually have tarot cards. And since I have kind of like my moons going around here, I've got the Moonology Oracle cards. And if you saw my short not too long ago, I found these at Goodwill in a bag. So I'll turn like a handful over. I've got all my moon phases. Okay, now I'm excited because we're going to need to open this thing. This is super cool. Y'all ready? Where's my little switch? There we go. Alright, got that on the table. And these little potion bottles too. And then I added this, her little creature she collected. So I've got my crows, I've got tarot cards, I've got some little potion bottles. But it seems like it needs something, right? Because look here, we've got this height out of nowhere. So maybe we add another sign down below. Okay, so taking that Salem Apothecary sign that I had hanging on the wall, since it's kind of over there by itself, and I took my wreath hanger and I put this to the side just so that it helps it face forward. Goodness, they're going crazy today. And then I took some craft wire and just kept wrapping and wrapping and wrapping, so that way it's on this little stand. But I think that it'll help add some height over here. So we don't have so much stuff at the same level. About maybe putting on the wall, but again, I don't like putting extra holes. So I think I'm just gonna fit it. Maybe like right in here. And as you know by now, we gotta fill this in with some moss. All right, I think that is good. Time to decorate this little entryway here. And I showed this the other day, but I picked this up at Home Goods. It's one of the Christian Siriano mirrors. So now we have the Tahari candelabra that I'll put to the side. I may have to put just 3 arms on so this doesn't come out too far. So now that we have these, we need to add some candles. And then we've got those hands that reach out from the wall, so we'll probably do that. And then also we'll need something for the bottom here. All right, so we got our hands all the way down to here. Now you see this is not cohesive yet. So as usual, I'm gonna add some florals. That's gonna bring everything together. So I'm gonna try a few different things here. So the first thing I'm gonna play with is, remember at Goodwill, I got these wreaths. And these florals seem like they just like unwind off of here. So I've got these big bundles to work around like that. And those are a perfect complement for these colors, but it's gonna need a pop. So I'm gonna keep filling these in here. Got all these off of here. And look at these big, beautiful bundles. Okay. So, I'm gonna tuck these so they fit pretty much wherever I want them. We'll start over here. Gotta have something facing out so that people don't see the back side. And make another little knot. Just crumple it up and bring that around front. And alright, I think that's a good base. And then now what I've got to do is, this is too much of these colors going on, so since I have on that side with my crow, I have like my burgundies and purples, I'm going to bring some black, burgundy, and purples in here and see what looks best to tie them in. From my stash, I've got those roses I got at the at-home store on clearance, Michael's clearance, the blue flowers. I'll show y'all, I use this for another project. These little pink guys from Michael's clearance, more roses from at home, and then this Goodwill bundle of black flowers that I found. So this to the side. First I'm going to start with these black ones. These are pretty long, so I'm going to feed those underneath. Pop through. Got things like the little spider guy right there. These little eyeball ones, I'm gonna pop some of those in the centers. Same thing, regular roses, I'm just gonna pop those around some of these centers. Another one of the roses is too long to, and I don't want to cut that off. Usually I'll just cut them, but I really don't want to cut these roses up. Here. Push that in. And this other one. Squish it back there. Alright, I think that's good for the black. Then I'll take these little pink guys. Do the same. Just kind of squish them in. Give a little pop of color. A little spider fell. See, one more color going on in here. This big blue guy got this space in the back, so I'm going to go ahead and use that to fold it back. that. And then I have my 3 big roses. Let's see, I'm gonna do these. Go here. I love these big, beautiful roses. I'll do one up here. And then I'll do one over top back here. See, so now we've got a little bit more color. So I'll show you here. Okay. So that helps fill in the color. And then I've got a fabric. Okay, so my fabric, $2.49 at Goodwill. And it's like this tulle kind of sparkly stuff. So, and there's a pretty good bit of it. But now I can cut some of this up and fit it all in. Okay, for this, when I cut it, I'm just gonna cut little bent bundles, and there's no really rhyme or reason to it. It's just gonna like grab a little bit here and just cut across. See, like that. And then I'm gonna take them and just kind of munch them up like that. Stick them in. Just kind of fluff them around. Okay. Can I get the gist? Because I believe it's not less is more. More is more. Layering and layering and layering, and all this interest, this visual interest, is the difference between something looking just kind of ordinary and something looking more high-end and like it's from a boutique. If you're wondering how I'm picking where to put it, just eyeballing it. If you put it in every single little hole, it really wouldn't matter. And you could just keep layering and layering and layering. If you want to stick pieces of ribbon in here, you can. You want to keep sticking different fabrics in here, you can. It's just to fill it up. It's a closer look how it looks. It mixes all the colors in. And then now we gotta fill in up here. So I'm gonna have to find some flowers for up there. And maybe a candle or two because there's nothing up there. So we got to fill in these spaces. Okay, makes sense? Okay, so I did one little arrangement up top just to tie the floral in. So I picked off one of the white ones. I used one of my huge flowers I have, and I make some of the black in. And just a tip, if you buy this from Home Goods too, there's a glass inside, but I also bought a little glass votive. That way when it melts, it's not all in there. Especially when you go to store later, you don't want the candle wax in there. Now I'm gonna show you how everything looks at nighttime.